Good morning. Welcome once again to Kahului Hongwanji's stay-at-home Sunday service. Today's service is for Sunday, May 17th. So we're just going to have a simple, ordinary service today. We'll begin with our Vandana Tisarana as we usually do, and followed by the Sutra Jusege. After that, we're going to recite the Shinshu Pledge today, a little different than the Golden Chain of Love that we usually recite. After that, I'll share some Dharma message with you, thoughts about the Dharma with you, and then we will chant the Metta, the loving kindness meditation together. And following this, we will have the closing words and sing the Nembutsu. So let's get started. And before we do begin, though, as we always do, let's put our hands together in Gasho and recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Gagon chosegan hishimu jodo shigan fumanzo seifu josho ga gaomu ryo kofu idai seishu fu sai shou bingu seifu josho ga ga shi jou butsu do myo shou choji po ku kyo mi shomon seifu josho ga Ryoku jin 少年上映主本業しぐむ浄土一生天人し人力遠大公不正無才道少女三苦名交際主役難回避地へ言めしこもあん閉塞小悪道通達全種門高層上満蔵いよろじぼ日月主樹期天候恩不言一種解放像公正独法上大主樹世法師師苦供養一切仏具足主特犯元年出上満徳一三外王女仏無下地通達未不詳願学営力投資再所存志願薬効果大戦王感動国書天人当珍妙慶ナマンダボナマンダボナマンダボナマンダボナマンダボナマンダボ願にし苦毒平等性祭道発母大心往生安楽南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏南無阿弥陀仏。Shinshu Pledge. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha. Reciting the name, I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 At this time, I would like to share some thoughts about the Dharma with you. But to begin, let's put our hands together in Gasho and recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddhism has a very long history which developed in many cultures around the world. In Buddhism, in the Buddhist tradition, there are many stories about Buddhists taking great pains, being very careful to avoid harming any living creatures. This is done out of compassion and respect for the life of all beings. We should not be surprised by this at all. When any of us become serious about the Dharma, whether through study, meditation, listening to teachers, or just reflecting on our own lives, we can't help but be changed by the light of wisdom which the Dharma shines on us. There is one Buddhist story that I really like. It is from a wonderful book I picked up years ago called The Buddha in the Jungle by Kamala Tiyavanich, and it tells about a forest monk in Siam, in old Siam, now called Thailand, who was named Karuba Kasem. Now, Karuba Kasem tried never to harm any beings, even the mosquitoes, the many mosquitoes. If you've ever been to Thailand, you know the many mosquitoes that are so common in the forest there. And when they swarmed around him at night, he would never kill them, but he would simply brush them away, and he would try to reason with them. He would say to them, "You have already sucked up enough of my blood. I'm already very thin." Well, I don't know if the mosquitoes listened to his argument, but it's clear that he did this out of compassion, the compassion that he learned from the Buddha Dharma, and also as an example for others. And you might really see how the Dharma made him actually have deep respect for every life, even the life of a mosquito that normally we just smack if it's on us. We don't even think twice. But he respected each being as a full living being, really as a Buddha. So this attitude toward living things did not stop with insects or animals. He applied this to people that we often would have a tendency to dismiss or to just categorize as bad. Now, one time, a thief came to where he was spending the night in the forest, and the thief was thinking that Karuba Kasem was asleep. He began to steal his mosquito netting, which was a valuable thing, something very necessary, in that environment. And so as the thief was having difficulty untying the knots with which the mosquito netting was attached to a tree, under which Kasem was sleeping, Karuba Kasem arose from his meditation. He was actually meditating, not sleeping. And he began to help the man. He said, "Let me help you." Then he gave the thief also his pillow and his blanket too, as well as the mosquito netting, and told him to hurry away so as not to get caught. Reflecting on the meaning of this, I recall that there are many similar stories in various religious traditions in which a monk or some kind of holy person treats a thief with love and generosity. Why? One reason may be that the spiritual life has rid them of the attachments that normally cause most of us to hold tight to our possessions and get angry at anybody who tries to take them away. On the other hand, giving away what you value and need is itself a profound Buddhist practice which can teach us non-attachment and compassion. Another reason for this behavior could have been Karuba Kasem's desire to share a Dharma teaching with the thief so that he might be able to change his path in life. By encountering the unexpected phenomenon of receiving love from his intended victim, rather than hostility or fear, the thief might learn that there are ways of relating to people that transcend mere self-interest, ways that are based on mutual care and regard. After all, a criminal does not do evil simply because he or she feels that it's a good thing to do. A criminal or a thief, or what we call a criminal, that's a judgmental term right there, but such a person, any of us, when we do negative things, we act based on rules of the world that exist within and around us in ways that our experience have shown us to be appropriate. Getting angry, trying to get things that you want, those are all kind of things we're taught. And taught are somewhat appropriate, although they say there's good ways and bad ways to get it, but we're operating by the world's rules. So in this way that Kruba Kasem acted, many times spiritual people may treat those who try to harm them with love and compassion in order to sort of, to redirect them, to help them to be able to view the world in a new way. Now, a thief would naturally accept the likelihood of being caught and punished for stealing. That's one of the risks. He has a rudimentary understanding of the law of cause and effect, which we all possess to some degree. He might call it justice or retribution. But the true nature of cause and effect, which Buddhists call karma, is not as simple as that. A thief or a murderer who takes retribution for granted does not necessarily understand the nature of the harm his actions cause others. In fact, we cannot even understand what an other person is, or even that others exist, until we have experienced the compassion and non-judgmental, non-judging acceptance of others, and have learned to identify our suffering with the suffering of others. In other words, until we learn to sympathize and have compassion for others, we don't really know what it means to be an other, that other person is the same as me, right? Of course, mere human compassion may not have quite the effect we desire. Our thief may, very likely, have walked away with his encounter with Kruba Kasem with a kind of a smug attitude. He might have said, "Oh, what good luck, I chose a real fool to steal from, and he gave me even more stuff. Isn't that great?" In that case, no lesson would have been learned. No redirection would have taken place. In real life, it often takes much more than an act of kindness to turn a person's life around. Shinran taught us that no compassionate act on the part of any human being is entirely pure. Even the wisest and most compassionate person cannot help but retain some vestige of self-interest in everything he or she does. Thus, our attempts to save others are always a little bit uncertain, and although we may intend to help, it's possible that we might also do harm, teach them the wrong lesson, So in reading this story, I felt that something else was going on in it. Kruba Kasem certainly had less attachment, a great deal less attachment to his possessions than the average person. There is no doubt he had compassion for the thief, no doubt. But we know, as he must have known, that human compassion is always somewhat impure and mixed a little bit with self-interest. He may have intended to help the thief to change his life, but deeply aware as he was after years and years of deep meditation and self-reflection, he would also have had a sober and clear understanding of the implications of such an intention. Thinking about it, I have a feeling that Kruba Kasem's behavior was actually a manifestation of what Shinran called entrusting heart, or shinjin. In other words, his response to the thief simply, naturally, and without calculation arose out of a condition of deep faith and trust in the Buddha and the Dharma, which is the power of wisdom and compassion. Of course, Kruba Kasem was a Buddhist from a different tradition than Shinran Shonin. He was from the Thai Buddhism, and he had never heard of Shinran, I'm sure. But I have no doubt that his treatment of the thief exhibits the signs of total faith and trust that Shinran understood was as being one with Amida Buddha. We could say that Kruba Kasem's action was a manifestation of the transformative power of Amida's vow, the light of wisdom that permeates and embraces all things everywhere, the oneness of life, the transcendent oneness of life that embraces all of us and guides us through our life, that brings us where we need to be. This light, Amida's vow, is not hindered by anything we do. It's not hindered by our greed. It's not hindered by any impossibility. It's not hindered by our attempts to do good or to do bad. Of course, in our limited and we call it dualistic way of thinking, we try to separate everything into good and bad and so on. Thieves and murderers, we think, cannot change. They're bad people. They cannot change. Our selfish minds refuse to truly accept those who do not fit into our conception of what's good. He's not a good person. She's not a good person, we would say. But Krupa Kasem, this very, very deeply awakened monk, he steeped in the mind and heart of the Buddha, he saw this bad person as the Buddha sees him, without discrimination, without any judgment. All he saw was a living being to be embraced just as he was. And when we have this kind of non-judgmental attitude, our minds are changed. They're really changed. We have to change. When you're trying to change someone, we also have to realize at the same time, I have to change at the same time, right? We really do become more compassionate when we realize that each of us is given life, supported and nurtured just as we are, with all our selfishness and greediness right there intact. We are able to stop judging others and to accept them just as they are. I see you may have faults, but I have bigger ones. I have faults too. We all, just as we are embraced by the infinite compassion of life itself. Namo Amida Butsu. Amida Buddha means boundless life. This is what we mean when we say Amida embraces and saves us just as we are. So, to conclude, I'd just like to have the wish that may we all be transformed by the Buddha's teaching. And just like this wonderful person, Kruba Kasem, share Amida's light throughout the world through our own acts of compassion. So thank you very much for listening, and let's recite the Nembutsu now in closing. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And now, in the spirit of Kruba Kasem and the Buddha's non-judging, infinite compassion, let's now chant our wish for the well-being of all of everyone, the metta or loving kindness meditation. So let's now go ahead and chant that. Thank you very much. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Loving kindness meditation, metta. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Well, thank you again for being part of our Sunday service. Even though we all still have to stay at home, I know we're all getting a little tired of it, but I guess that's just the conditions of life, and we have to make the best of them. Which means we have to find something good to learn from the situation that we're facing, and also good that we can do for others. So I'm sure you're all thinking about those things. So let's do our best. Right now, this week is we still have 2 more Sundays, I should say, for this month. So next Sunday will be our Gotane, our observance of Shinran Shonin's birthday. So please check out the video next week, and also please do look into our YouTube channel if there's any videos you haven't seen yet, and also do check out our website, Kahului Hongwanji website, and if you use the social media, we also have the Facebook page and Instagram. We will also be sending out a shortened newsletter this month, so look for that in the mail too. Okay, so thank you so much, and please be well, stay well, do the best you can, and hopefully we'll all see each other again soon. And now let's conclude our service with the singing of the Nembutsu. Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida.